Hey guys, welcome back to another quick form video. In today's video, we're talking about what are the best three alternatives to the big carriers. Of course, the three big carriers are down here: Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile. That's usually how they rank in terms of ranking. So Verizon is number one in the United States, AT&T second, and T-Mobile is third, even though they are catching up quite a bit. So this is by Android Authority. God, they got like a million ads. So sorry about that. But it is a good article, and I'll give you my honest opinion about it. I haven't read it yet, but I'll give you, like I said, my thoughts and my and I'll let you know if I do agree with these. So if you guys don't want to go with a postpaid carrier, you want a prepaid carrier, these might be the top three to go with. So let's go ahead and go with the first one, which is Visible, which I actually use Visible as one of my carriers. Visible is a really good company. As you guys, if you follow my channel, you know, I have made videos on Visible because, like I said, I use them and they're really good. So Visible, of course, is owned by Verizon and is a very good alternative. And in this article, it'll go over why. So it says while there are several decent Verizon alternatives, Visible is the top recommendation. Of course, there are it uses the Big Red's network, aka Verizon, and it has truly unlimited data. Like I said, I use it and it's really good. The one thing I will say with Visible is they do have 3 plans now. It used to be 2, I believe. But basically go with the most expensive ones, $45 a month. It's the best one. Yeah, it's $45 a month, but guys, it gives you priority data and all that good stuff. Let's get into it. So, HD and 4K quality. It says priority access with Visible Plus. This is the one I was talking to you guys about. So it says the base plan includes deprioritized data, but the Verizon Plus and Plus Pro plan offer the same priority level as Verizon's postpaid service. That's what I've been telling you guys. People want to cheap out and go with Visible's cheap $25 plan, but like I said, guys, no priority data on there, so your speeds will be slower. And then people complain about it. Like I said, just pay a little bit extra, extra $10, $15 a month to get the better network. The carrier makes a few other changes that can potentially lead to slightly slower speeds than postpaid Verizon, but the difference will be virtually unnoticeable in most cases, and that's true. It says big savings with annual pricing. Of course, they do have the plans do range from $25 to $45, but you can do the annual plan, and that would give you service for a whole year. Now, here it is. Truly unlimited data with hotspot access. All plans include unlimited data and hotspot usage. Hotspot will see usage but throttle speed. So it's truly unlimited data, guys. But on the hotspot, like I said, it is unlimited. It just has slower speeds. The next thing that Visible does have is free smartwatch service for Plus Pro members. So if you're on the more expensive plan, $45, if you have a Apple Watch that is compatible with the cellular service, it is free, which is a real nice thing about that at no additional cost. That's usually, I believe Verizon's $15 a month, or some carriers are $10. That's totally free with there. Taxes and fees are included, which is nice. So if it's $45, it's $45, no taxes. If it's $25, it's $25. You know, it's $40, it's $40. What are the potential downsides? Deprioritization on the base plan. So like I said, your speeds will be unusable if there's a lot of people in your area that use Verizon. Here in my hometown, a lot of people use Verizon, so the speeds are very slow if you are on the cheaper plan. But if you get the more expensive plan with priority data, it's really good. And then, of course, they don't have any stores. Everything is online, so very good value. They do have smartphones. You can get the latest iPhones, Galaxies, Motorola's, and you can finance through Affirm if you want. They do, like I said, do financing through Affirm, and they also offer Visible protection with insurance. Of course, the extra perks would be if you have the Verizon Home Internet, you get a $10 discount, which is nice. And like I said, priority is the best thing on here. Customer service, I believe, that's a thing that lack, because everything is supposed to be, you're supposed to do it yourself, but it is what it is. I do have, if you guys want to try out Visible, I do have a referral link, and that will be in the description below if you guys want to check it out. It does give you a small discount. It gives me a small discount too, but it's worth checking out if you guys want to try it out. Of course, now the best T-Mobile alternative is Google Fi. I personally think it's Metro by T-Mobile or Metro PCS, whatever. But let's look at what they have to say about Google Fi. I don't know too many people that really use Google Fi, but it is on T-Mobile's network. It used to be a lot other things, but price range is $20 to $65 a month, or $17 to $45 or $40 for 4 or more lines. Google Fi Wireless is one of their personal favorites, especially because its newest plan makes it much more competitive. If you're looking for an alternative to T-Mobile's network that gets the same priority level, you won't find any basically thing else. Let's not waste too much time on this part. Let's get into the main benefits. This says what you'll love about Google Fi. Best in class international benefits. That is one thing that I do like about T-Mobile. If you're traveling abroad, their plans are amazing and cheap. Since unlimited premium includes free international data in over 200 countries, even the flexible plan, which charges $10 per gigabyte abroad, is cheaper than most postpaid travel options. I don't know. Verizon does have other things, and AT&T, but cheaper than postpaid, of course. Unlimited data starts at $35 a month, still less than postpaid, and compared to other premium tier prepaid services, it's arguably the best experience on both. Excellent phone deals. Of course, you do get phone deals on Google Fi, like Google Pixels. So if you do like the Google Pixel, you do get excellent deals on those. What are potential downsides? Google Fi has the best possible T-Mobile base priority in the experience, and of course, but you are limited to 30 to 100 gigabytes of data depending on the plan. Go over and the plan effectively shuts off your data. 256 kilobits. So that's one thing I don't like about this is they don't give you true unlimited data. Depending on the plan that you go, either after 30 or 100 gigs, your speeds are basically done. No Apple phones sold directly. iPhones work great on Google Fi, but you do have to buy them either online or through apple.com. So it says, how does its features stack up against the big three carriers? Value, of course, good value for your money, good priority, phone selection, payment plans. It says Google Fi offers 0% financing and free phone deals via bill credits, which is nice. Perks and extra, fewer than the big three, but it says it looks like you do get YouTube Premium for 6 months. Data and priority, very similar. You'll get high priority unlimited data that's essentially the same as postpaid T-Mobile service, yet you'll pay a lot less. That is really good. Customer service not as good as big three, while Google Fi offers decent customer service. The lack of in-store support, of course, will. And remember, guys, all these will have lack of support, really, except for the one I was telling you earlier. And maybe this article will go over that in a little bit. Let's get into the last one, which is Cricket Wireless. Of course, AT&T really doesn't have any real big other alternatives but Cricket Wireless. Of course, Cricket Wireless is owned by AT&T. But let's get into it. I've never really gotten too big into Cricket just because in my area, AT&T is not the best. And Cricket Wireless does not give you the best priority or data. You'll see why. So it says if you want AT&T's network with the highest priority possible, Cricket is a safe choice. You'll get the same service priority as AT&T's base postpaid plans. Remember the base, not the more expensive one. And the carrier is actually owned by AT&T. What did I say? Now they do have really good family plans and deals, so that's really good. Feels like a traditional carrier. Cricket offers extras like streaming perks and discounts, sometimes free phones on select plans, plus multi-line discount. That's a big thing. Some of my family members do use Cricket just because it's cheaper if you have 4 lines or so. High priority on AT&T's network. On select plans, you get the same service priority as AT&T's mid-tier or higher postpaid plans. However, Cricket's cheapest unlimited plan has the lowest priority, just like AT&T's budget postpaid. Brick and mortar locations, that is pretty cool, is out of these that we just talked about, Cricket does have their own store, so if you need some help, if you're a little older or something, you can go to a Cricket Wireless store near you, and they do have quite a bit, sometimes multiple ones in the same city. What are the downsides is a bit pricey for solo users. Like I said, if you're all by yourself, you're almost paying postpaid plan deals. Single unlimited line starts at $55 a month or $60 if you want higher priority data and 15 gigs of hotspot access. Multi-line discounts bring the lower priority unlimited plan down to $25 a month, but remember you are going on the lower tier. Value, of course, Cricket does offer really good value for its better value than postpaid and other plans. They do have a good selection of phones, even though their phones do get locked. Just be worried about that. You can't get them unlocked, but just be worried about that. Payment and protection plans similar to postpaid. Cricket protection insurance starts at $8 a month and offers free or low cost fixes for your devices, plus 16 gigabytes of free online photo/storage. Pretty cool. And of course you can finance phones through a firm as well. Perks and extras actually pretty solid. Only T-Mobile now offers free streaming services, though Verizon still has discounts. So pretty cool. Sorry about that. My dogs came in. So this data allotment priority, it says matches or beats postpaid for the price. You get higher priority AT&T service than AT&T's cheapest prepaid and postpaid plan on that same tier. Of course, customer service. What's cool, the best thing about this is they do have a brick and mortar store that you can go to and get help if you need it. Of course, US Mobile is another alternative. That is another one that I think is really good. Right besides Visible, I've used both and they're both really good. So I still would say go with Visible. I've never had issues with them. It's pretty cool. But yeah, guys, let me know in the comments below. Like I said, for these are correct. The only one I would say for T-Mobile is probably Metro by T-Mobile. It's a little bit better in my eyes, but Visible and Cricket are correct. So let me know in the comments below what you think and what do you think about this article. Let me know what you think about my opinions. Let me know in the description below. A lot more videos coming your way, guys. Thanks so much. Have a good day.